Hey guys, it's me, Saren, back with another video. Happy Monday. Hope you guys had a great weekend and we're all looking forward to a great week this week. The weather looks pretty nice out, so hopefully this is a good day. This video is going to be about the Aaliyah biopic that aired over the weekend. Everyone went nuts over this video and over this movie, and I guess how like shitty it was. I didn't watch it because I'm a huge Aaliyah fan and I didn't want to give Lifetime any ratings for this movie. This movie had a ton of controversy from day one because her family was against it, her friends and family were all against it. So Lifetime, the network that produced the movie and created it, they couldn't get the rights to any of her music. So people were saying from day one, well, how are they going to make an Aaliyah biopic if they can't use any of her music? She's a singer, she's famous for her songs, so how are they going to make a movie? And then the casting, got people even more up in arms. They had originally cast Zendaya Coleman, who is this, Disney, little tween pop sensation. She's kind of a douchebag. She seems like an asshat and just an overly unpleasant person, from what I can tell. And she did a lot of really shitty things after she got cast. Like, she would show up to awards shows dressed like Aaliyah, and she'd say all kind of weird things like, "Do you know who I am? I'm Aaliyah." Because she's a fucking weirdo. And there was a whole bunch of backlash. And she's also biracial. Zendaya Coleman is also biracial. So there was a whole bunch of backlash against that. And she ended up dropping out. I guess, she couldn't take the heat. She couldn't handle it. And she dropped out. They ended up replacing her with this chick named Alexandra Shipp, who is also biracial. But Alexandra Shipp, I think she's a little bit, less well known than Zendaya. A lot of people know Zendaya from that Shake It Off show. Like, even I've seen Shake It Off with Zendaya and the redhead chick. So a lot of people, they kind of let the fact that Alexandra Shipp is also biracial, that kind of fell by the wayside. But now that the movie has come out, it came out on Saturday, and apparently it was terrible. It was horrible, and all these hashtags took over Twitter, took over Instagram, took over Tumblr. Missy and Timbaland was trending. Disrespect Aaliyah was trending. And one of the really prominent hashtags, which kind of led me to, this video that I made now, was Lifetime Be Like. Hashtag Lifetime Be Like. And also hashtag Lifetime Biopics. And basically, this hashtag really highlighted, the horrible, terrible casting of the movie. And what people did was they created these memes where they took people that kind of sort of looked like other people, and they put a title for, a famous biopic. So, for example, a really funny one that I saw, and I'm a huge Wiz fan, so I felt like shit for laughing, but one of the really funny ones that I saw said, like, the Rick James story, and they had a picture of Wiz Khalifa with his little baby dreads, like, laid back, There were some really funny ones. They had Otto and Rocket from Rocket Power, No Type, the Ray Shrumman story, cartoons, They had fucking Iggy Azalea, a picture of her, talk about the Mariah Carey story has been cast, But what these memes have done, as Black Twitter, normally commonly does, what these memes have done is, there's a certain amount of social commentary. People are joking around and, laughing and haha and KK, but there is a succinct social commentary that's being made with these hashtags. And the commentary is on the casting and the inappropriateness of the casting for the Lifetime biopic. Aaliyah was a black woman. She was a black woman. She had black facial features. She was light-skinned. She had long, straight black hair, but she was a black woman. She has the measure of, white and Native American in her family, as many of us do. I believe her grandmother may have been part Native American and part white, but by the time the bloodline, got down to Aaliyah was black. She identified as black. She considered herself to be a black woman. She had a black brother, Rashad. She had a black mother. She had a black father. She's black. She was a black woman. And a lot of people found the consistent casting of these biracials, first Zendaya Coleman and then Alexandra Shipp, to be a slap in the face to black women. Which it is, it really is. Because what are they saying? Aaliyah was a beautiful black woman, but they can't find any beautiful black women to play her. To find someone light-skinned and pretty, she has to be biracial. She has to have a white parent, because both Zendaya and Alexandra Shipp have white mothers. What is that saying about beauty and about black beauty and about standards of beauty and about colorism? And, Lifetime also kind of came under fire as well because the people they also cast to play, supporting key figures in Aaliyah's life were also, way off. They cast this light-skinned Craig David, Hispanic, Arab-looking nigga to play Timbaland, who's like fat and brown skin, right? Like, they cast this other Craig David, Hispanic, Arab-looking nigga to play Dame Dash, who Aaliyah was engaged to later on in life. Dame Dash is a black dude like my complexion. They cast someone that literally looked, Hispanic or, Middle Eastern, like a light dude. Like, I'm going to include some links so you guys can look, but, they cast a light-skinned, skinny chick to play Missy Elliott. Missy Elliott is a dark-skinned, plus-size black woman. They cast this light-skinned, skinny chick. There have even been, some people saying, like, oh, the chick that they cast to play Missy could have fucking also been cast to play Aaliyah. So we have this whole cast, we have this whole assembly of real people that, those of us, my age, mid-20s, that we grew up with, knowing, we know what they look like, This isn't like, fucking Exodus, which, has also been whitewashed, as we all know, because the movie's set in Africa and it has all these white people. But it's not a movie like Exodus, which is, I don't want to say fictional because it's based off a biblical story, but, none of us knew any of those people. We know what Aaliyah looked like. Missy and Timbaland are still alive. We know what they look like, Missy is a dark-skinned, plus-size woman, and they cast this light-skinned, skinny chick to play her. Dame Dash is a brown-skinned black man, and they cast this, light-skinned, Arab-looking nigga to play him. We have a whole cast of black, prominent musicians that were brown skin and dark skin that have been whitewashed by Lifetime. They've all been cast by light skin and or biracial actors, and what does that say about Hollywood colorism? What does that say about the standards of beauty? Black is not seen as beautiful even when we're talking about black people. Aaliyah was a beautiful black woman, but they feel like the only way they can properly portray her beauty is to cast a non-black biracial to play her. That sucks. Like, it's really disheartening. And again, you have all these hashtags that kind of come out of it talking about, Lifetime biopics and Lifetime be like, and really just talking about the shitty casting. But it's like, I'm sure there were brown skin art, or full black actors and actresses that they could have used to play these roles, but instead they went with the light skin and the biracial actors and actresses. There's a very deliberate erasure of brown and dark skin, black figures. And there's also a very deliberate erasure of roles for black and brown skin people of color. We hardly ever see dark skin and brown skin women. The only ones I can really even think of right now are maybe like Kerry Washington in Scandal, Gabrielle Union and Being Mary Jane, and probably Viola Davis and How to Get Away with Murder. And, there was a huge, outcry recently because Viola Davis has been described as not classically beautiful. What is classically beautiful? This is really, all about race and racism and colorism and whitewashing, and there are still all of these deep-seated, deep-rooted, internalized, issues. Again, systemic and systematic. I'm pretty sure the casting executives at Lifetime didn't sit down and deliberately say, we're not going to cast any, black people. We're not going to cast any brown people. But, when the casting director brought in the actors to audition for the roles for one reason or another, they selected nothing but light-skinned people. And people that don't even look black. Half of this cast doesn't even look black. Missy, Aaliyah, and Timbaland and Dame Dash look black. There was no denying or disputing it, you know. And this whitewashing of turning people into, you know, light skin and biracial and skinny, because Missy Elliott wasn't no little girl. She's a big girl. You know, these are indicative of, you know, deeper problems in our society. And while it's funny to sit around and look at memes and laugh about how shitty the casting was, the casting says something. So I just wanted to make a quick video about that. I didn't watch it. I hope you guys didn't watch it either. I know tons of people watch it just so they can make fun of it, but all that means is that Lifetime, the ratings are going to be through the roof. They're going to make tons of money. But, you know, it sucks. It sucks. And, you know, dark skin and brown skin, there's already not enough roles. So then when you have these biopics getting made with brown skin and dark skin people and they're being whitewashed, it's like, damn, like, niggas can't win for losing, you know? So I just wanted to make this video about it really quick. I will include some links for you guys to go watch. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Quick little 10-minute video. Happy Monday. Hope you guys have a great week. And see you guys next time. Peace.